Hi guys, welcome back to the Totally Magic channel. Glad you can join us. Yeah, I know it's been a long time since I posted any video. You know how everyday life gets in the way of YouTube. Just haven't had time to do any videos, but I'm going to try and film a few more tricks leading up to the holiday season and some great little card magic for you to perform at those gatherings during that time. I must also thank everybody that sent emails and messages to me asking if I was okay. Yes, I'm all good, and I certainly hope every one of you watching is doing great as well. On with the magic. A regular deck of cards. I think you're going to love this one. This is how the performance goes. You, sir, would you like to just grab those cards, examine them, shuffle them as much as you like? And the spectator really does have a freedom of shuffle here. Happy with that? So none of us could know what order they're in. And the reason I want these shuffled is because we're both going to make some selections of cards. I'm going to go first. You see, I've got three particular cards I want to remove. This one, first of all. Why? Because this is my lucky card. I'm then going to remove a card that is my subconscious card, a card that I just grabbed without thinking. My third and final card is going to be possibly a magical card. My three selections. Now remember my subconscious one here. This one is a black 5. I want you to pick three cards as well. So out of all of these cards, I've not mixed them up. You shuffle them. If we go through, can you touch the back of any card that you feel is lucky for you? This one here, are you sure? Okay. But what about a subconscious card? What I'd like you to do is just point to any one that just springs to mind. This one here, are you sure? Okay. And finally, a card that you feel is magical. This one just here. Three cards you've chosen here. What I'm going to do is to deal these out one at a time in the order that you chose them. But remember, you had a free choice. Do you remember this one here was your lucky card? A black 7. You see, that's strange because my lucky card just also happened to be a black 7. Maybe that's why they are lucky for us. A perfect pair. Do you remember my subconscious card that I showed you? A black 5. You chose a card subconsciously without seeing the face. It just happens to be a black 5 as well. Now that is amazing. Two pairs of cards matching. Do you remember I said this may be my magical card? Well, it will be if your card that you chose as your magical card just happens to match, giving us a trio of pairs. A red 10 and a red 10. And that is trio. So here is the tutorial for this very direct and simple trick. What I love about this is that you can borrow the cards. It is 100% impromptu, no setup required, and no real skill. But even so, don't write this one off, guys, because to the layperson, this really packs a punch. Three cards randomly chosen, they choose three and they match perfectly. Everything looks clean and above board. So how does it work? Well, it is quite simple, and I know most of you magicians out there have probably done something similar to this in the past, but here goes. You shuffle, or you get them to shuffle the cards. Make a big deal of that they're actually mixing the cards, not you. When you take them back and you're going to go through and remove your 3 cards, what you're actually doing is you're having a peek. Well, you don't even have to peek because you're actually looking at the cards. You're looking at the 3 bottom cards. Okay. Now, what I've got here, starting from the deepest one, not the one on the face of the pack, I tend to do it in reverse order. So I've got a black 6, a red jack, and a red 7. What I'm going to do is to go through and remove a black 6 first of all. So as I go through, there I've got the black 6, and I pull this out and I say that's my lucky card. I'm then looking for the red jack and a red 7. Now as I go through, I can see the red 7 there, so I know roughly where it is. You can pull that out now and put it down as your magical card here, but I like to do it in order, but I leave that up to you. You don't have to pull these out in this order. So I'm going to carry on looking for the red jack. There it is, and I say this is my subconscious card, and I put it down there. I then say I need one more, which is possibly my magical card, and I pull the red 7 out. So if you have a look at the order of these, they're in the reverse order of these, as you can see. All right. So once I've done that, I turn the cards over and I talk about my subconscious card, and I deliberately show them the face of that, because that will hopefully convince them that they really did subconsciously think of the red jack when they chose their second card. It's all in the mind. So I show them that and say that was my subconscious card, a red jack. Now do note that throughout the whole performance, I never mention the suit. I just mention the value and the colour. I turn that over. I then go through the cards saying, we're going to keep the cards in the order that you shuffled them. What I'm doing that for is because I want to get a break above the bottom 3 cards. These are the 3 cards that match these 3. I get a break. I'm then going to ask them, first of all, to touch the back of a lucky card. When they do that, I push it forward, I pull it out, and I just put it to the bottom. And I just hold it with my fingers. I then ask them to pick out a subconscious card. I put that underneath. And then finally, a magical card. So you see I've got this fan of cards clipped at the bottom. Now the bottom line is, you're going to transfer all of these cards, their 3 and the 3 you held below the break, yeah, and put them on top. So you're performing a switch of their cards. Now how you do this is up to you, but trust me, you can do this in slow motion and do it really badly. Nobody will spot. Okay, it just looks as though you're moving their cards to the top. Let me show you. So the way I tend to do this on the performance is I like to just grab the cards like this, and I've actually put my finger in the break. There it is. So I hold that, I square these up, bring them in and just put them to the top. Now even though I did that as slow as possible and badly, trust me, no one will pick up on that. The thing to do here is, as soon as they've arrived at the top, immediately fan them and push them forward, so it looks as though you've just transferred these to here to have a look at them. That's all you've done. Once they're there, the trick is done, because now you then take their card and you reveal their card, a black 6, as their lucky card. Surprisingly, I too chose a black 6. I then turn this card over first because they've already seen that. So there's no reveal if I leave that till the second turn over. I turn it over immediately to say my subconscious picked the red jack. Remember your card that you chose subconsciously. That too is a red jack. 2 pairs of cards. If my magical card, my possible magic card, matches your magical card, then that will be a trio. And I like to just do something fancy with this. I like to scoop this up, turn them over so they see just one card, a red 7, and then just slide it, and then that reveal just adds that bit of impact and presentational type of style. There you got 3 pairs of cards. The deck is clean, they shuffled, everything can be examined, and you can also repeat this any number of times. So this is ideal for the holiday season coming up. Till next time, take care.